Do I look like Santa Claus? I feel like I look like Santa Claus. Not saying that if you wear red that you're automatically Santa Claus, but so kudos to me. Did I just say kudos? Because I've never said that before. Hey guys, so surprise, surprise, I'm doing a video a week after my last video and not 4 months. So I just kind of want to do a video to, you know, just kind of let y'all know my Disney story and why I did the program initially. To be real, my first year of college was not great whatsoever. I went to College of Charleston, which is about a 20-minute drive from my house. I decided to save money and be more money conscious, so I decided to commute. And that in itself, if you commute to college, it can be kind of like weird because you feel like you're in college, but then you're still living at home. And then at the time I was also dating a guy that was in high school. So I just was continually like worried about that relationship. So I was constantly feeling like I was, you know, in high school, but I was in college. So it was just a really weird transition in my life. My dog had been really sick, so she was like, you know, dying to say the least. And I just got into like a really dark, depressive state of mind. And you know, the summer before I started college, I was just stalking people on Instagram before I went to bed like I always do, and I saw there was such thing as a Disney college program. A person that grew up in like loving Disney, I was like, that is awesome. I was like, I have to do that. I was just so worried about maintaining everything, like my relationship mainly. I was so worried about that, so I was like, you know, that'd be a fun thing, but I can't leave home, I can't leave him, I can't do this, you know. When it came down to realizing how depressed I was just kind of like, you know what? I need to do this for me. Like, I need to do something that I know I'll enjoy, get away, meet new people, do something for myself, and something I know that I would love to do, and something no one around here I knew had ever done before. Applications came out, you know, and I didn't put no interest on any role, like even when it came down to the roles I really didn't want, because I was like, I need this like so bad, I want this so bad. So about a month goes by and I was on the way back from one of the character performer auditions, and I was like, I didn't make that, and I was just like in the car with my mom, and I was like, you know what, this really sucks. So I was like, I didn't make the character performer audition, I still haven't heard back, like this wouldn't be as hard if I just knew whether I was going or not, or whatever. And I was like, this just really sucks, like blah blah. And like in that moment when I was saying that stuff to her, I got an email, and we were on the way from North Carolina back to South Carolina, and it was like, congratulations, you just got in, blah blah. And I literally started like bawling. From then on out, I felt like I had something to be excited about, something that was gonna help like me do something for me. Fast forward a few months, you know, I did the program, and my college program, which you've watched my videos, has been the most influential and amazing experience of my life. It's taught me so much, and it's really like shaped who I am and everything. And just knowing at the place I was in before I went, and knowing the person I am now, many people may not have that extreme of a reason to go, and like they may have just do it. I know friends that just did it on a whim. Doing my program and doing something for me and living on my own and meeting people that are actually like-minded as me, and going somewhere that I felt like I belonged. That sounds really cliche, but it's really honest. And so this is something I was going to talk about in a completely different video, but considering I'm talking about my Disney story and how the college program shaped me and inspired me, I feel like it's appropriate as if I talk about it now. So bear with me, because this is something that's really hard for me to explain all my reasoning behind, and not that I really need to explain it to people, but I feel like it's important for some kids about to go to college to watch, Whenever I was about to move back home, I had to register for my fall classes. So knowing that I wasn't really stoked on starting school again, I mean, a lot of people aren't stoked on starting school, but just knowing that I felt like it wasn't really doing anything for me besides like getting me in debt and causing me like depression, I was really just like, oh my god, like dreading it. And that's another reason why I extended too, because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna move back and start school like a week later. I still signed up for fall classes, and I just got to thinking, I was like, you know what, over the summer I'll think and I'll be like, you know, trying to really evaluate whether it is smart for me to continue going to school. And if you know anything about me, you know that I am a photographer. I do shoots and stuff for people in my area, and I do a lot of like styled shoots, and that has always been my passion. And someone recommended I do a video on just that, which I would love to do because it's something I love to talk about. But that has always been the career goal that I wanted, and people always try to discourage you from doing that because when it comes to creative, artistic career goals, you know, it's not very realistic. So I feel like for a little while I was just doing what I felt like I had to do, just to look successful to everybody else. And I made the decision after a lot of thinking and reasoning and stuff that I stopped going to College of Charleston, and I deferred from going to college at all. I feel like I have a lot of talents and passions that I'd rather put my all into and get started with now, rather than wasting away 3 more years getting into debt, commuting, living at home and such, and just putting myself behind in a way just so I look successful to other people. And that's something I struggle with, you know, having to explain to people why I decided not to go to college anymore. People do that whole mindset of, oh wow, she's not going to amount to anything. But I'm confident enough in my goals and my work ethic and my passions to know that I will amount to something. And so honestly, I've never felt better than deciding not to finish through with that. I do have a few jobs right now, and I'm pushing my photography really hard, and I have some goals within the next year that I'm really thinking about, you know, when it comes to moving. I can't thank the college program enough, or my experience there enough, for really shaping me to be a very, even more so, independent person that follows my passions and my dreams. Getting out there, doing something for yourself, taking time away from what you feel like you've been doing just to please other people has affected me so much. I want people to look at this and realize that if you have something you're passionate about and something that you know that you would love to spend your life like fighting for or doing, I say go for it. If you're not feeling college, if college is not for you, if you're depressed, if you feel like you're just getting into debt to pay off for the rest of your life to use a degree that you're not going to use, like to get a degree that you're not going to use, don't do it. Like, I know people, when I tell people, they're going to look at me and be like, oh, well, it's going to be hard because you don't have a degree. We are not like in our grandparents' generation where you get a college degree and then you're promised like a lifetime of job security. And a lot of kids know that when they get out of college and they have this degree and then they're just expecting like jobs to fall into their lap. It's not going to happen. And some career fields, obviously, you need to get a degree. You know, I'm not going to have someone working on my body in a hospital if they never went to school for it. If you have certain talents and passions and things that you've always been able to do and love, take advantage of that. If it doesn't work out immediately, which it probably won't, don't be opposed to getting other little jobs to help support yourself. And I've proven to myself that I choose happiness and my passions over society's ideals of success. And that can be hard for some people to do, but I hope, if anything, that I can at least help people and inspire people to just go for what they want to do. You get to a point where you need to put yourself before other people's opinions, and that is something that I can't thank Disney and my program and anything like that enough for. But to wrap everything up, I know this has been like a very rambly video, and I probably could have went about this a better way, but I feel like when you're talking about something that is more personal and you're passionate about, it can be harder to make a video on it or talk to people about it. And if anybody needs advice or needs encouragement or whatever, feel free to ask me anything that you would like to. I'd like to be as honest and real with you guys as I can be. I'm not gonna sit here and try to make my life look perfect and like I have it all together, because I don't. I'll link my different social medias below. I'm big on Instagram, and feel free to even add me on Facebook if you want to shoot me a message and ask me questions about anything. So I hope this video was helpful in some type of way. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon.